Got a new interesting series here. We've got the Zuccolo versus DerSuperSaiyajin. Did you see some of the Keen team game tournament by chance?
When was that? If I remember.
I think like a month ago, maybe.
I think I saw a few games on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was like a tournament where you had 4 different brackets of players, and one was like a top tier, and then 2 in the middle tiers, and then 1 bottom tier. So there's Super Saiyajin. He was in not the bottom tier, but the one top it, like the tier 3, basically.
Like the middle somewhere, yeah.
And from the moment that tournament started to the moment that the tournament ended, he improved so much. So much so that by the end of it, he could almost compete with like the best players.
Yeah. And I want to talk about that really quick. A lot of people, like they're like the middle of the road in their elo and everything, or maybe lower, a little higher. They don't sign up for tournaments stuff like this because they don't think they have a shot and all that at winning the whole thing or whatever. And that's, I don't really, that mindset is just kind of weird to me because like you just said, just playing against someone at a higher level than you allows you to get better at the game quickly. You see your mistakes and what things you could do better, what they're doing to you that I mean, it's just so useful to play against really high level players. And where else do you get to do that as much?
Yeah, just sign up for the tournaments. Sign up like we have Zuccolo doing here, playing on Gaia.
And in the bottom right, we have DerSuperSaiyajin give you playing as Hades. This is Oasis.
Do you know how to pronounce this one then? You do Japanese. Is it Saiyan?
That's Super Saiyan. That's from Dragon Ball Z, man.
Yeah, I mean
that's got to be what that is.
Yes, sure.
I think Der means the. I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, in German for sure. That is the.
Yeah,
but he's Turkish, so I don't know.
I assume that's Super Saiyan. I it's got to be.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Either way, Hades versus Gaia on Oasis. It's an interesting matchup. I think, generally speaking, people will say that this is Gaia favored. He does the boom really, really well, and it can be hard for Hades to keep up with. But Hades still has a lot of really cool tools up his sleeve. Like he can go Ares, he can spam Cyclops, and he's got the Underworld passage. Plenty of cool stuff that the Hades player can do in this.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Shout out in the chat to Nito is actually talking. So yeah, you're welcome, man. Please watch the games back.
Nice.
Also, my thinking here is I think Gaia. I know people saying a lot of people think Gaia is just OP later, right? I think Gaia is actually really good here in the heroic age. I think just dominates. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think Mythic Age. I think Hades is fine.
Yeah, for sure. The one issue is that Implode hits so hard when Zuccolo gets there. And that's just such a big power spike for Gaia that, yeah, sure, if you can survive it as Hades, if you can still establish a trade route and really get that super late game going, then you're golden. But it's the power spike that Gaia hits when he immediately hits Mythic Age. It's so hard.
Oh, yeah. It's that gap, right, between hitting heroic and then the beginning of Mythic Age. I think that's where Gaia is really going to shine here. But if the game gets later and later and Hades isn't far behind after that power spike, I think Hades has a real shot.
Yep, I agree. Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at the second TC locations here. I'm not seeing anything great for either player, to be honest, in terms of like what's around the second TC, not the location itself. Because like you see, it's barren, right? Yeah. I mean, you got a little bit of wood there, I guess, for the Hades second TC. I don't think either one of these players is going for a forward second TC. What do you think?
I think like look at the Gaia forward one. There's like 2 gold mines behind it actually. And then it's rather easy to maybe wall up. Like
maybe. Okay, maybe. You could be right on that for sure.
And then the Hades player can use Sentinel on the forward one. You can really establish map dominance.
That is true. Okay, so the Hades player could do that.
But it's hard. They're super forward, these town centers, so it can be denied too.
I'm just thinking, even with the Sentinels is Hades, right? And just think about this. When that heroic age hits, you don't want to be running back and forth between those 2 bases against Cantarius, dude. You really don't.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not a lot of fun.
No. Yeah, so if you actually go for the forward one, you really need to wall up very, very well.
Oh, yeah. You need I think you need to like build 1 or 2, maybe 3 walls just on one side of the map. So because guys, for those that don't know in the chat, even if you build a wall in a location where you can't defend it, it's not just about building the wall to defend that location. It's an early warning system, especially against people that are going to be harassing you with cav. You're like, okay, they're busting the wall down up north. They're going to be coming from that side. Just because you can't defend against it for that wall doesn't mean it's not a good, good idea to build it there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
That early warning system could save you so many villagers in the future.
Walls can be like the best investment you make in this game,
Oh yeah.
despite them just being quote unquote useless buildings, just standing there and doing nothing.
Mhm.
All right, we see the relative, at least, what is it? What was that? 420 advance from Zuccolo.
Yeah, something like that. 420. Yeah.
Yeah, and the immediate town center being established as well. There's Super Saiyan. He went for the Balls of Erebus build with the granary,
Ooh.
so a bit slower. And
That's really good. Nice little relic. You saw if you saw that or not.
What was the relic? Sorry, missed it.
It was the one for like food and irrigation and stuff, I believe.
Oh yeah, so farms are more effective. Nice.
And I can see this being a late game. I mean, especially with Hades and Gaia both in the same thing. I could see that being effective.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of harassment. Is he gonna be able to stop that?
I think he will be able to stop it. I think he will be able to. Still some nice damage, and
He's got it.
The thing is,
now, question for you, real quick, for it's important. Right there, if you don't think you're gonna get the TC, do you start using that to attack the villagers? Are you trying to catch a vill?
I think the deal negative multipliers versus villager is really hard to kill one.
And does it not do the auto kill on any villagers where it swallows them up or whatever? Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
Nope. Yeah, I remember I was beta testing Retold back in the day, and it used to. I would just advance as fast as I could.
I remember. I guess sometimes I get these things mixed up because been through so many patches, man.
That was busted.
So
thankfully, we got rid of that.
Oh man.
But yeah, perk of being the Gaia player here, you have a naked town center here, but you have the Gaia forest, and all of a sudden, that town center is useful again.
Yeah. Speaking of busted things, one of the things I remember being the most busted for Retold was the serpents from the Isis in the water, dude.
Yeah, and that made it to release as well.
Dude, that was, you couldn't even, like, if you saw it, you just don't even go, there's no point. You're like, you're just not going to do anything.
All right, I lost water.
Water was crazy. Yeah, I just lost.
I got outplayed on water. My bad.
He got outplayed. It's a skill issue.
Yeah.
It really is.
Look at the walls here from their Super Saiyan.
He's getting prepared. He knows. He just has to survive.
I like what he's doing because he's now walled off the right side. I don't know if he has yet, but he will have soon.
He's working on it.
Yeah, and then what he can do is focus his entire. He can focus entirely on the left side, and that's what you want to do as Hades. You don't want to split your focus. It's so hard versus the fast Gaia army.
Oh yeah. He actually got the upgrade for his towers there.
Yep.
Now, do you think you ever get stone walls this game? I could see it being a good investment.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's 400 resources, so you want to delay it. You don't want to get it right now.
Yeah.
But sure.
I'm just saying it's when the Kantarias come out, man. It's just, yeah. For those that are wondering why I keep talking, you'll see. You'll see.
The upgrade that Gaia gets in Heroic Age, Poseidon's Secret. It makes the Cantarius cheaper and faster. Even the Terma also get faster from it. This is an underrated aspect a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah. I see a lot of people when they're doing this whole Terma spam, which is very common, by the way, from the Atlanteans early. They kind of end up throwing them away around the Heroic Age or before. Like, they send them in, try to get a few villages, and they lose all their Terma because they're like, okay, well, I'm just going to have Cantarius anyway. Don't do that. Keep them alive as long as you can, even if you think you can sack your whole army for a few vills, and then you'll be like, oh, well, I have Cantarius coming anyway. It doesn't matter. Don't do that. Keep your Terma alive as long as you can, because they actually do, like you said, get that buff, and it makes them so good later as well, especially if your opponent starts going into, any type of archer unit, because these are counter arch units.
Yeah. People tend to think of them like trash units. I'm making these to apply pressure, kill a vill or two here and there.
Absolutely.
And then they say, all right, that's over. Let me just sacrifice it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, I appreciate the color. We got a pink and a blue. It's not just red blue this time.
Oh yeah.
As usually, it's little differences here.
I wonder sometimes when I play, I randomly get pink or yellow or these weird colors.
Do you?
Yeah. I've noticed that when I had tournaments, people were saying, switch to red or blue.
But, interesting wall. So he's going to go for a third TC, I think, kind of quick.
I really like the wall. Even if he doesn't get the town center, it's just nice to cut off the map like that.
Absolutely. I'm going to be completely honest, though. Completely honest. I don't think Saiyan's moving for a long time. I don't think he has any plans of leaving his base for a very long time.
The thing when you're playing...
Do you think he's over-terming? I mean, I know you're against Hades, right? You want to just have anything that can stop the Hades death ball later, but I feel like you'd be aging up quicker using that resource something else because he's not doing anything, right?
Yeah. So the thing is with Hades, he's 2 TC booming. He's got Vaults of Erebus, and that means that his initial gold mine is going to last a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the point where you can really seriously apply pressure onto the Hades player is much delayed because of Vaults of Erebus. And what do you even do even if you hit heroic age? It's not like you're going to be able to do that much. Super
Yeah.
Saiyan is playing so defensively, so boxed in, that even
This
getting
is
access to the Contarius,
chemo-esque.
yeah, like even having access to the Contarius, would it matter anything when you're playing against such a defensive player?
Yeah. By the way, for those wondering, we talk about chemo and stuff here. It's not a bad thing for chemo. Chemo is just a very, very good player that has his own style where he plays super defensively and then he just steamrolls you, and it's very effective.
Yeah, like whenever we mention him, it's because he's got such a distinct style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, anyone to think it's a bad thing that we say chemo, complete opposite. Chemo is very good at what he does. And it's funny because people will say, well, I could play like that. And then you try to play the way chemo does, where you play defensively, and you just get picked apart before you can actually get to that boom stage. And you realize the perfect balancing act that it takes, especially against another really good player, to be able to balance your eco, make just enough units to defend yourself to that late stage, and then be able to boom out. It's a very, very hard thing to do, and he's perfected it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like you said, getting the macro right, getting the timings in, all of that, it takes serious skill.
This push out from Saiyan is crazy.
Yeah, it is. Wow, there's so
This
many
is
units
insane.
on the side of Zuccolo.
He is going to lose so much to the slowdowns.
And Zuccolo hits heroic age first on top of it. The Caladria with the slowdown.
What did he think he was going to do there? I guess he hasn't really scouted. He didn't know that Zuccolo had so much.
I think sometimes when you sit in like your own little corner, at some point you just want to sort of poke and prod, see what is my opponent up to, and then you end up doing something like this. But yeah, obviously, I think in hindsight, the better choice would have been just invest into a Pegasus or two. Then you can
just send a scout out. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
so Hades hits heroic. What does Hades do? What do you think?
Well,
you can't go archers. You can't.
Looking at Super Saiyan, just how he's playing, I think one option is going Earthquake, and then using that on the home town center, follow it up with an Underworld.
Okay.
And that's just looking at his playstyle, the way that he's approaching the game. I'm not saying it's the optimal thing to do, but it's something that I suspect we may see here.
Here, hear me out. You Underworld passage a bunch of villagers to the middle part of the map, and then you just cut down all the trees in there safely.
I don't think you can do that.
Can you not? Can you not fit it in there?
Pretty sure you can't. You know that.
That'd be hilarious.
You know about the legendary game in the old days where there was an Egyptian player who took a rock, put villagers and Son of Osiris in there, chopped down some part of the forest in the middle, and then they built a wonder, and they won like that.
That's actually incredible.
And that was
okay, tell me, how many villagers were chopping at those trees trying to get to that wonder?
I think like 15 or 20. It's such a ridiculous game.
You only had 15 or 20 chopping at it once they saw the wonder?
Oh, wait.
I meant like the other player trying to get to the wonder.
Well, the other player was playing Thor, and they used Ragnarok, so that's their whole entire reason to get away with it. Oh, look at this Underworld passage.
Insane.
That's really good.
Beautiful. Well, they didn't go to the main. You thought they were going to go to the main. I think that Zuccolo's just going to build the other third.
Yeah. So, like...
I think it's exactly what's going to happen.
It's a beautiful Underworld, but I'm not sure if it's enough value for Super Saiyan, because I think he's a bit behind in economy. You see already Atlas coming in for Zuccolo as well. But it's a nice start here for sure, and he's taking that town center himself. So, no longer boxed in. He's got access to 3 town centers, and he's going to try to make something out of it on this side here.
We're going Mythic Age, by the way, for Gaia. And I got to tell you, the late Contarius is very confusing to me.
Oh, yeah, they're coming now, though.
Yeah, but he's already going to Mythic. He could have had a bunch. Probably could have saved that base.
Yeah. But
ooh, upgrade just came in.
Yeah, beautiful.
Cost effectiveness wise, Peltas versus Terma. Who wins that?
Peltas for sure.
Money wise.
They're much higher range as well, so you can shoot and scoot a lot better. But Townsend
tell you what, that thing's going hard. Oh my god, he built the TC and put down the Sentinel.
It's beautiful. Like, he's really utilizing Hades bonuses here. Underworld Passage into Town Center, defended with Restoration, and now he's blocking down the Sentinel.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
That thing's getting so much value.
it is. And you know the issue here is that Super Saiyan is on the defensive end right now. And when you use Implode on this location, you can no longer utilize the Underworld Passage. It stops working when Implode is there.
Yep. You think he implodes now or uses it on TC?
It's
There's not much left.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest.
Well.
Oh, I just leave.
But see,
Why?
now he wants to go enter through the Underworld Passage, but he can't.
Wait, I thought you meant like when it blows up, so you can't even use it once that goes down?
Once it casts,
that I did not know.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Is that intended?
I guess. I don't know. It's because they pull them in, and I think mechanically, in terms of like game mechanically, it would be hard because they've already been quote unquote.
In the original Age of Mythology, is it like that?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
That's crazy.
Beautiful here from Zuccolo, though. Got 2 fire siphons already here, so he can take down.
I'm gonna be honest, just because he got the Mythic Age so quick, he used the Implode. I think that Saiyan's not in the worst spot considering everything that's happened. He still has a wall defending him. He has time.
Yeah.
And he's not that far behind militarily, especially after the Implode. Maybe he could do something here.
Maybe. He is stuck Classical Age, though. I don't even know if he's got a Fortress up, and he's really low on gold.
Heroic Age, right?
Oh, yeah. Heroic Age, sorry, yeah.
I was using Classic, yes, GG.
Heroic Age. He does
so like, just a straight up Peltas spam here?
Like Hoplite Peltas is definitely the way to go. Hoplites to tank everything, and then Peltas to target down the archers.
That Argus is disgusting. Look at that thing go.
Yeah,
it was actually by the way, on Retold, those things sucked for a while until one of those patches like a few months ago.
Yeah,
it actually buffed them a bit. They're a lot better now, I think.
Yeah,
I was really sad because they were my favorite units from the original Age of Mythology, and they just did not do well.
They're beautiful now.
This launch.
They looked atrocious in the old game. But yeah, this is so many Termas still alive for Zuccolo. I think these are the remnants of Classical Age spam, and they're still up and running. Like,
by the way, he is slapping back this army. I was talking. I think he had too much Terma. So I was talking about just too much Terma.
These Terma are so bad. Like when they're targeting the hoplites, they don't deal damage, and they're getting targeted down by the Peltas. They cannot run through the hoplites, so they cannot hit their intended counter target. And now for Super Saiyan, he's got the resources to go Mythic Age. And
as I was saying, Hades Mythic Age is something, man.
Yeah, and the Implode Power Spike is gone, so... Only need a Fortress now on the side of Super Saiyan.
That Mythic unit has gotten so much value. Just that one guy right there going hard. Wish you could see how many kills a unit got.
Yeah, it would be cool. Like a veterancy status or something.
I think H2 and H4 have that, where you can see the damage and stuff. Or the kills. I think so. H2 and H4 have that for spectators.
Cool. Either way, Artemis coming in. And that's really good for Super Saiyan because he's down 2 to 4 town centers. He's going to want some form of power spike to regain his position.
Those poison arrows and stuff from Hades are going to be so good, dude.
Yeah, they are. And you see a forward town center with 2 palaces nearby. That's prime target for an earthquake.
Some champion Terma.
A rare sight, champion Termas. But
not gonna lie, my favorite arch unit in the game is actually the Arcus. Their range is just so cool.
Yeah, they're cool to play around.
They just point up at the sky and they just shoot a mile away.
Yeah, 20 range. It's like Zuccolo is 15, Arcus is 20, so it's quite significant.
Oh yeah.
Really good raid here. Like these Termas actually forcing the entire army of Super Saiyan to react.
Kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, well, they're all dead now, so
threw it all away.
All right,
man,
so
Saiyan's got so much eco, man.
Zuccolo had, well, yeah, you're right. Zuccolo's
Look
building,
at that.
Look, Zuccolo's building destroyers, so Super Saiyan is capacity now, and he doesn't have population space for it, so it's essential that Super Saiyan starts fighting now, so he can get those capacities out.
He's got a huge army though, and this Mythic Age is gonna crush.
I think so too. Where did he get all those resources from is my question.
I have no idea. This man's been playing the stock market or something.
He must have.
And he's got the earthquake in his pocket.
Yeah. I wonder how much. What are the upgrades looking like for Zuccolo on the buildings? Do you have masons, architects?
I see an upgrade coming in right now.
Ooh, masons only just coming in, so.
Yeah.
And earthquake hits
there
without
it is.
it being
Oh, it's all the
researched.
production too.
Yeah. It's gonna be a nice.
Got more production back at home, but that's tough.
But it's so good for Super Saiyan. He can take down the palace now too. There's a bunch of archers in the back. He really needs to health test.
Chimera, look at that thing.
Beautiful unit. Champion infantry, champion archers in now as well. You see shafts of fake coming in. A level is being produced on top of everything. And this is so rough for Zuccolo. These are prime late game Greek units. And I really think Atlantean is just falling behind at this stage.
Again, he should have attacked earlier. I think he should have made a Cantaria spam earlier in the heroic age instead of going straight to mythic. I think he could have harassed a lot better with that. Maybe like forces the opponent to build more units. And I don't know. I think there was too much Terma, not enough of anything else.
Yeah, and like Super Saiyan, he was just mining the entire time. But he's got such good gold mines. And still though, Zuccolo probably should have hit them. Made some form of aggressive plays earlier would have been nice, because now we see that these Greek units, there's nothing stopping them.
It's just, I mean, that's what I said. That mythic age, man,
Yep.
from Hades is disgusting.
Sure.
It is so good.
The shafts of fake technology is so good. Gives your archers plus 10% damage and over 6 seconds, 1.5 divine damage. And when you have a bunch of archers cuddled up like this, that divine damage is going to rack up a lot.
I mean, that one mana core he's had since heroic age is still going.
Oh, really?
That thing, I would love to see the amount of kills that thing had, man. That thing is a monster.
You know,
Because earlier it was killing a bunch of clumped units too. Like it was just demolishing.
it's such a deceptive unit because it's just sitting there in the back shooting spikes. It doesn't look very menacing. But in reality,
dude, its DPS is insane.
yeah, exactly. Especially like pumped up units like you mentioned. But it's like compared to a laser crocodile, you know, you gotta kill that thing.
Yeah.
But the Manticore is so quirky.
Oh, this is looking real. I mean, that's what I talked about, man. You get to that mythic age, you get that just death ball archered units. And the thing is, if he would have left, he threw away the Turmo, remember? He threw them away.
Yep.
On the rights, and then he could have used them right now. It's super helpful, and it's just down the drain.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. How did this happen? He was 4 versus 2 town centers, and he just got ran over so hard in the mythic age. And now his trade route is being disrupted. Everything's just crumbling for Zuccolo. Perseus with a Medusa special.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like the implode.
Yeah, you're right. It was low value.
It was so low value.
And he had fire
I
siphons.
think he could have just won the fight, killed the TC without ever using the implode. He had way more at that point.
He had fire siphons incoming too, so it's not like he was lacking rush damage at all. I think you're right. That was probably, in hindsight, a misplay from Zuccolo. Could have used that a lot more effectively on a lot more units than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Manticore still alive. What a beast.
Champion lineup.
Zuccolo's still fighting this here.
Yeah.
He's just trying to wear down Super Saiyan.
There's still 2 more games to go, so yeah.
Oh,
Sometimes
absolutely.
it's nice to just let a game play out fully and then you're ready for the next one.
Yeah, you take a little breather. A little more time for a breather here.
Yeah,
Palopolis coming in. Those are such a cool unit.
they are. I think they're 5 population and they can soak up so much damage.
I actually Googled at one point if those were like a real thing back in the day. I forgot what the answer was.
They are. I think it was even like Archimedes or someone who originally engineered it. And it was like
Just a
the size
crazy
of a
thing.
city or something.
It's just insane. Okay, seriously. Imagine you're in ancient Greek times and you're fighting a war and one of those is coming at you, dude.
Oh.
Just this giant tower shooting ballista bullets.
So what it is
Giant
it's
ballistic
like
arrow.
basically a rolling city with like catapults or siege crossbows inside or something. Yeah, I wouldn't want to face that on the battlefield with my axe.
And
in hand.
unfortunately, real life's not like not like the game. You're not gonna kill that with a bunch of villagers.
No.
That's not gonna. You're not gonna butter knife that thing down. Absolutely not.
Calling all bakers and butchers
Yeah,
to destroy the
calling all
Galapagos.
bakers. He's at 90 military and he's still at 100 vills. I just want to point that out. He's not dead. I thought he was, but he's coming back with one little last hurrah here with the Cantharia spam.
True.
Lots of Arcus in the back.
There was a Dryads. Dryads on 0 population, so that's really good for the late game.
Exactly. This is what he needed earlier. Just this big ball of Cantarius, man.
Yeah, Cantarius, Dryads, Arcus.
Oh, yeah.
Until
Went
this
just a
stage,
weird route.
Manners being taken down now, so have to rebuild those continually. Look over on the right side. What's going on
Yeah,
there?
I just see a bunch of walls,
Yeah.
like some Aztec lines going on just all over the place.
Just a wall war over here. Really good wall there on this side. With both corners pretty much cut off from both players, but I don't think it matters too much.
I love those Arcus in the back, but the Peltis are just too good.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing about Arcus is they got the range secure, but compared to Toxotes and compared to other Archons for that matter, they don't quite keep up in DPS.
More of a strategic archer unit than like a head-up one.
Yeah, sure.
You use some walls, you run behind walls, using that ranged structures.
Yeah. And they're really good at defending, as you can see here, hiding behind buildings and continually shooting.
This hoplite army is just running through.
Such a good feeling when you're playing Greek and you have these fully upgraded hoplites just mowing through everything.
These Spartans just running through everything.
I literally don't care what you build. I'm gonna kill them.
Feels even better when you're Zeus, just spamming nothing but hoplites.
Yeah, taking down buildings. Speedy hoplites. Beautiful. But yeah, Zuccolo about to lose his hometown center now to a Petropolis. There's the hoplites nearby as well. I think he has to consider maybe.
Look at this trade.
Another heal level is in here.
Yeah, it's gonna die to the butter knife though, and the fanatic.
Oh. Yeah.
He's doing good Arcus micro, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, for sure. I think Zuccolo plays AoE 2 as well. So
okay, makes sense then.
AoE 2 you definitely need good micro for, is my impression.
Zuccolo refusing to go down here. Secrets of the Titans.
They're saying, why won't you die?
The Titan gate has been placed. Somewhere.
There.
There it is.
Nice and safe. Why not?
Those Peltis don't care about those Arcus at all.
No.
They just didn't care.
Well played to Super Saiyan. Good effort from Zuccolo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, all in all, good play with the Underworld and just forcing the probably an overreaction with the implode, but nevertheless, like he made the move, he made the plays happen, and in the end, he got to where he wanted with all the upgrades.
He played a really, really good game. I think Saiyan played just a perfect game. I think Zuccolo had a lot of opportunity. I think he was ahead at quite a few points early on. Yeah. Just no way to capitalize on it, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. Like he was a bit, he didn't really know when to hit. He didn't realize his power spikes, or he didn't play up until play enough for them, or something. Something went wrong where he was just kind of not really making any moves when he had to, I think.
Yeah, I think the biggest mistake was definitely the overreaction implode. I wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah.
Killed like, I don't know what, like 15 Papa units. I mean, that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a high potential god power. You can really make more happen than that.
Absolutely. I think we had a bunch of Cantarius and then pushed. And then when his opponent came in to actually defend himself, then imploded, that could have been crazy.
It could have.
What's going on, guys?
All right, we've got a new map.
Oh, already been picked
already.
Zeus versus Loki, one of my favorite gods, by the way. I don't play a lot of Norse, but Loki is just so cool. The uniqueness of his god power to just summon myth units on the fly in the middle of battle is so cool.
Yeah, Loki's my favorite.
Okay, well there you already know that.
I love it. I love playing Loki, and in step it's an interesting choice. I would actually I would have expected Ra or Poseidon to be played here. The step
Mhm.
is a new map as well from the Immortal Pillars DLC, and it's wide open. Raiding on this map is so strong.
Oh yeah.
So Poseidon Hippias, Ra Camels, what I would have expected, but see Loki.
I'm trying to think about the Zeus pick here. It's not. I don't know. I
Hmm.
guess once you maybe later, but as a Loki player, what do you think about Loki into Zeus here?
I think it's Loki favored. As
Mhm.
just in general, it's Loki favored. But I also just on the Zeus pick from Super Saiyan, I'm pretty sure that he is more or less a Greek OTP.
Mhm.
So that's I think that's the reason for the Zeus pick. He just he prefers playing Greek. Doesn't even want to
How's
bother.
Loki versus Odin?
Yeah, I think Odin would be the preferable choice here.
I was why do you think he didn't pick Odin because he was afraid of a different god pick here?
Maybe because he was afraid of Ra is my guess.
You think so?
Yeah. But if he had picked Odin into Loki on this map, that would have been really good for him.
Yes, maybe it was just a weird battle of if he picks this, I'll pick this type of thing, and
Yeah,
this is what we ended up with.
yeah. I have that a lot when some replays from that prior match here. This is
Oh, yeah.
where Super Saiyan had used his underworld to get control of the town center, and we have a big fight with the Dryads.
That's
the
such a
Thermos.
huge army of Turbo.
Yeah. Do you have the heavy Terma hitting just
That's
the
what I'm
right
talking
time?
about. Look at this. He's going into Mythic, and he has no Cantarius at all. I don't understand it.
Yeah, yeah. It's a bit
Just no. There's 2 coming in now, but like he could have had like 15 by now.
There's your Manticore getting healed by the restoration.
That thing, it never died. It stayed alive the whole game. I would have loved to have seen the amount of damage it did.
See the implode here. Is this where implode is used? Because there's so few
Yeah, I think
units.
it is. It just doesn't make sense.
Maybe not quite yet.
It happens in a minute, I think.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. See, yeah, I don't know.
There's a
feel
small army there, to be fair, but yeah, it could have just been so much more.
I think he would have won the fight anyway. I really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
He has a lot more coming. It's 73 military to 40 right now.
yeah, and it's like this is close to Zuccolo's base as well. He's got the defender's advantage on
Mhm.
top of it, so yeah, whatever.
And being Gaia on Defender's Advantage, you have the lush, you have the speed, the heal, and
Yeah.
all that. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Here we have more Terma and Fire Siphon action, and this is where Hoplites just say, I don't care about these Termas.
Yeah,
anymore."
we're just gonna run through this.
The Terma damage is just so minuscule, and
It's so tiny.
yeah, they're good for hit and run early game, because you can maybe get a kill on a hoplite here and there, but in a big fight like this, that late in the game, they just don't do much.
The hero Manticore. And the giant earthquake.
Yeah, this earthquake before Masons hit as well. Probably another
Oh, yeah.
mistake from Zuccolo. Should have had that Masons up just 10 seconds earlier. The TC would have survived, but at the same time, he's
I mean, yeah, well, the second you go and hit your own Mythic Age, I think you should be going for. You have to assume your opponent's getting there soon, right?
Yeah.
So you need to go for that sooner.
to be fair though, his army was just decimated here still. So
Oh yeah. The Cantarius didn't do bad once he got a bunch. It just he should have had him earlier.
Tarius are great units. They're really
so
good.
good.
Especially versus the slower Hades hoplites, you can just maneuver
Mhm.
around the map very easily.
Yep. What he could have done, if it was more of an equal fight, he could have used the Cantarius, ran around, killed the counter units there. Then his Arcus could have cleaned up the hoplites.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That is the general game plan you want to go for.
And you had the maneuverability to do it.
Yeah, but he wanted the Terma.
Yeah, you wanted the Terma. There's so many Terma.
They're pretty cool looking units here in the heroic.
Oh yeah,
there.
absolutely. All right.
All right, spawning in the bottom corner of the map, it is Zuccolo playing Loki.
And in the north, playing as Zeus in the blue, it's Super Saiyan. This is Steppy.
Is it just step?
Is it Step?
I think so.
Okay, it's Step then. My bad.
Step like the Mongolian step. Yeah, and this is going to be an interesting matchup. We talked about look how wide and open this map is.
Oh, this is gonna be like just harassment everywhere.
Yeah.
And the golds are forward as well, by the way.
Ooh, true. So usually Zeus, like I would say, almost always will go to Athena versus Norse. Restoration is
Mhm.
so good. Minotaur is really good. Just the general Athena pack is just amazing versus Norse. But I do think on a map like this that's so wide and open, I think Hermes
Mhm.
is an actual option here.
The maneuverability is super important.
Yeah. And then like you can get the really good Hibius. Sure, you're not Poseidon, so you don't get the cheaper stables. You don't get the
Mm.
regeneration on your Hibius, but still, I think there's a lot of potential in it.
I do want to say, as wide open as this map is, those second TC placements are pretty easily defendable,
Yeah,
considering.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And is that Hunt in the back as well? If you grab that,
I think so. Yeah, both players have Hunt in the back.
yeah. So
I'm telling you, as much as I think a 1 TC play is strong here, I wouldn't hate a 2 TC play. I think easily holdable.
yeah, the one issue is second gold mine. It's so exposed.
Yeah. Well, the one gold mine on the left there, you see, you can actually wall up between the trees, and then you can protect that gold.
Yeah, you can
Do you see that one
definitely.
there in the left?
Yeah,
There.
you can sort of mow your way up there for sure. But yeah, true. There's a lot of options on this map. 2 TC play.
A lot more than I thought there'd be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Hunt, these piles all over the place.
Is it all Hunt or is there like berries or deer?
I think it's just Hunt, dude.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. So this,
It's crazy.
this map is gonna bring so many fun games to it. I think, and yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited
It's
to
gonna
see.
force aggression.
Just want to see pure rating from both parties. Is what I want to see. But Athena coming in for Super Saiyan, so
Mm-hmm.
fortunately no Hermes. I would have loved to see like Hibius running
Oh, yeah.
around, but not today. Also for Seti coming in for Zuccolo. That's definitely the safe choice with the healing spring and with the Hall of Thanes for Herser speed.
I swear, if I see someone hold that healing spring for 20 minutes, I'm gonna be so. I don't know what it is. I watch these players. They get the healing spring and they just don't use it for like 15, 20 minutes. They just hold on to it. I'm like, what are you doing? And then they'll do like a play where they go all in, right? Like full aggression,
Yeah.
and they won't even use it. Like they're too scared to use it on offense. I'm like, if you lose this push, you're going to lose the game anyway.
Yes.
You might as well throw it down. Like I just don't get it sometimes.
It's such a good way of thinking about healing spring, in my opinion. It's like saying,
Yeah.
okay, I'm using it in the middle. Yeah, my opponent can take it, but if they can control the center, dude, I lost the game anyways.
That is exactly how people should think about it, but they don't.
No, but I love doing that. You're absolutely right. Do that. Great Hall, Longhouse coming in for Zuccolo. So has the option to make raiding cavalry and even herdmen
Mhm.
if he's expecting Hibius from Super Saiyan. I don't know if has Spy been
Ooh.
when's Spy been used on a Super Saiyan? Which unit?
I'm not sure.
Mm, I'm not sure either. Weird. Oh, here. So
Oh,
so Zuccolo knows this. Zuccolo can maybe even make a play
that
on
is
here.
so on that Super Saiyan. If that's gonna be so sucky, dude.
Dude, that's an unorthodox play on this town
Because
center.
no one would scout that for a while. Like that'd be such a great hidden second TC, and it's just not.
What is that town, dude? What is that town center actually?
That's crazy. He's just hoping that for a hidden town center. That's all it is.
Yeah, but
He
even
got the bolt right. He just assumes it's free, and it's not.
if he gets it up, which I guess he will, maybe he'll lose a villager or two here. What is that town center? What's he gonna do with it? Let's see here. Let's see here. The
Oh
versus
no.
whacking.
He's got these rest. Yeah, I was saying he
Resto.
has to use
Oh my
restoration. I
God.
think
Forcing out the resto. And
that's
the
crazy.
favor is trickling in for Zuccolo. Villager dead. Just the
Get
one
in
villager
there.
dead. Minotaur probably gonna die here as well. But look,
Saiyan just went for some crazy stuff here, man.
this is insane. So, okay, Saiyan has got the town center now, but there's literally zero resources
There's
nearby.
nothing around it.
There's not a
It's
forest.
just in the middle of nowhere.
There's not a single gazelle or a gold mine or anything. What is he gonna do with the villages produced from there?
He's get to play like Sim City, wall up the tree, the gold over there, everything. I don't know.
But Zuccolo, if he's any smart, is just gonna spam units. All right, so I can see what Super Saiyan does now. He's sending
Yeah.
villagers back home.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
No, that was weird.
yeah.
He's like, here, you fight this TC for a while. I'm gonna go back here.
You know what the
I'm gonna
big
go home.
you know what the big brain play here is from Super Saiyan? Is there's no wood line to use walking woods on near the TC.
Ah, thinking ahead. Outplayed. I see it. Makes sense. Look at him. He's searching for villagers, but there are none.
There are none. I mean, Super Saiyan is producing
Where is
villagers.
he hiding?
And now,
Uh-oh.
Where's he going?
I see a villager out. It just stopped.
Maybe he's just gonna build farms or something.
Well, oh no! Don't go over there. It's a trap. I like how, by the way, guys, he put a house there so he has vision if the villagers do decide to try to build over there. It's not just for population.
There was also Zuccolo. I don't know if you realizes this, but there was a time when these houses would provide a lot of vision with the low-key eyes and the forest tech, but that's been fixed. So now you don't get super vision. You still get some, but you don't get like a lot of it.
Insane. You can't see the whole map.
Yeah. Oh, poor Super Saiyan with his sound center.
This is crazy.
Super Saiyan,
I mean, he's still getting vills out of it. He's just bringing them home.
Yeah, like he's got the superior economy. I think what Zuccolo has to do, I'm a bit surprised he hasn't done it, is try to intercept these villagers whenever they're moving home.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, there's a big blob of blue going down. Is that more villagers?
Might be an army of hoplites to Exodia. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Little squad.
I think we saw maybe one villager kill there with the hearses.
Yep.
And now when you play Loki, you actually get favor from attacking the towers because towers have the potential
Nice.
to fire. So that's good value from Zuccolo to do this. He's sitting on 27 favor already, despite not actually having really fought a fight.
No.
He's this well off in terms of favor. That means that if he goes for Heroic Age now, he can either add in an additional Battle Boar or he can get the Mountain Giant upgrade if he goes for Njord. It's just so nice as Loki having this favor pool to play with.
He has 40 villagers to 32. I mean...
Yeah, so Zuccolo has to do something. He has to make something happen at some point. He cannot just...
He's getting some favor income here, but he's not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Saiyan getting away with way more than he should from what happened. That was crazy.
I agree with you. Like, there's no way that Super Saiyan should be this healthy in this game.
Yeah. Ooh.
This is good. Zuccolo.
Oh, yeah.
Nice bit of damage onto...
And Saiyan doing a weird poke out. He did this last game. Remember, he poked out. He won anyway in the end, but like he did that weird poke out, and then he had to run back home.
Yeah. Yeah, so definitely one thing to take note of, build those Pegasi when you're Greek. They're so cheap, so effective at just figuring out what's going on.
I think Saiyan should be building a few walls over there, just on the left side there, on the gold, the wood. Just cause your opponent problems if they want to run over there and just hit your villagers.
Such a big, expensive wall, though, isn't it?
What?
I mean, if you want to protect your left side, it's gonna take.
No. I meant just like around, just a little tiny wall around the wooden trees, like a little concave. That way, if they want to push you, they have to run by the TC to do it.
Oh yeah.
Just a little tiny thing there. I'm thinking like AOE 2 walls, basically.
Maybe.
There's a little wall. See, they couldn't have done that. You know what I mean? You would have had to run by the TC to do it.
All right, sure. Forcing the farms. See Zuccolo now. He's still sitting comfortably into the Classical Age. I do think there should be some pressure on him to go Heroic Age soon.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot keep just staying Classical Age here.
It's like you said, no walking woods near that second TC.
They come in clutch.
Oh, big rock.
Big rock. The throwing axemen are doing a tremendous job as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is the one town center versus two town center play, so the Loki player is going to win these skirmishes, and that's a huge raid. Whoa.
Where is he getting his second gold? It's got to be left. I don't know.
Yeah, that may be the issue too. That is eventually he's gonna have to get a second gold mine. It's gonna be so rough for him.
Well, now Zuccolo just keeps letting him do everything he wants by that second TC.
Hmm.
Because technically, Saiyan could be just mining that second gold over there by that second TC if he wants to. There's nothing over there
Yeah, on the left
stopping
side
him.
there. True.
Oh, he's walled him
That's the AoE2 move you were talking about, right?
in! Look at that.
Oh, I think they're getting out, aren't they? Almost.
Yeah, they're too quick. They're out of there. Wait, no, there's another wall. Wait a minute. Oh! Oh, no way. Wait, is there still a hole? There's no. He's trying to block him with the villagers.
Get out of the way.
Oh, that was so close, too. That would have been a crazy play, by the way. If he caught those.
Yeah, it would have been so sick. But look at this.
Wait,
Super Saiyan is sleeping.
He's not fighting.
Aw.
Oh, that's rough.
And the Iron Harry spawn. And the
Ooh,
bolt
big
is
bolt.
used on the troll instead of the Iron Harry.
Yeah.
Disaster for Super
And
Saiyan.
he's
He's
getting
losing
pushed back.
so many units here.
Zuccolo is dominating.
Yes. I think things were looking all right, decent for Super Saiyan before that, but now another Iron Harry. Oh,
That speed buff is insane.
it is. The damage on top of it.
And that is it. They tied up 1-1. That's awesome.
Dude, that town
GG
center,
to both
I
players.
can't believe that Zuccolo went for that. Sorry,
Yeah, that's I mean, the fact that he had the spy on that, dude, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine the odds.
I think what Zuccolo did was spy a gold miner. That's what I do anyways when I play Loki versus Greek.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually it'll be a gold miner that builds the town center.
Absolutely insane.
But
And he was collecting a lot of
dude,
resources.
Super Saiyan was so far behind in resources.
Yeah.
That second TC, I have no words. I can't believe he went for it.
that was a ballsy second TC, that's for sure.
I can almost guarantee that this is the last time we're gonna see anyone go for a forward town center on step in a long while.
But imagine if it wasn't spied. Imagine if you got it up for free for a while. I'm just saying.
It would still be a
Like
naked town
another
center.
minute or two to build some defense, you know?
It would still be a naked town center with literally 0 resources around.
It was a real okay, to be fair, there's nothing around
Yeah.
that TC. There's nothing around that TC at all.
And this play, so
Oh,
clutch.
it was so close. So close.
Just barely managing to mow his
He tried to
way through.
block him. Just get pushed out of the way.
Yeah, and then he got caught here.
The nearly buff here, perfect, and there it is. That buff is insane.
It is, especially on the Hearses throwing action. It's just beautiful. All of them gets to continually strike their targets. All right, Giza coming up. Ra versus Odin.
Ra versus Odin.
So Giza, that's the map where we have a bunch of town centers with rhinos next to it.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have a lot of hunt here. Sometimes you have barely any hunt. So this could go either way. Obviously,
It's random.
the more hunt there is, the better for Odin, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be an interesting one.
think-
I expect raiding to be quite effective here. And you see the forests on Giza, they can be really exposed as well. So a smart forest fire
Mhm.
once again could come into play.
You think Ra gets up a second TC quick or just stays on one for a while?
It's a good question. Let's introduce the players here. First of all, we've got
Absolutely.
Zuccolo on Ra, building that monument, playing in the bottom of the map on the pink.
And in the north, we got Super Saiyan playing as Odin. This is Giza.
So you asked me, what do I expect Ra to do here? And that's a good question. We can talk about that for a bit because there was a patch like a month ago where Ra would build 4 monuments in the AK gauge and spam out as many Sphinx as he possibly could and then just sit on the Odin
Mhm.
per second gold mine. And it was close to unbeatable if the Ra player executed it right. But since then,
Look
the
at
monument
map, though.
prices
Look at
have
that
been
second
nerfed.
gold.
So it now costs additional resources to set up those monuments, and it's going to be harder to execute that strategy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot, and this map is no different. A lot of forward golds, man.
Yeah,
And you can see the golds are all forward so far. It's insane. Look how far that second gold mine is.
oh yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's just the second gold mine is just what happens on this map. You cannot expect to have a safe second gold mine here. But can you imagine if Zuccolo goes for Wadgets here? He can sit those snakes and just continually poke at these dwarves, right?
I love the Anubites, but the Wadjets are growing on me, man.
Yeah, the watches are cool.
I think it's because I barely got to see them used for like the first few months of the release, and then they started getting used a lot more.
Yeah. They got used so much that they had to have a nerf, so they
Yep.
deal less divine poison damage, and now much more pierce instead, but overall a nerf to them.
How are the second TCs? They do have rhinos, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah. Is it 1 or 2 rhinos? Just the one, right? Yeah. It's one. So yeah, what do we
Okay.
see from? I think the Odin player has to play reactive here. The Odin player has to see what am I up against, and first thing you want to notice is it going to Tar or is it going for best? And if it's best, it's almost likely to, it's almost guaranteed to be some form of myth unit spam because you want to utilize the eclipse, obviously. Whereas if it's Tar, it's going to be classical age fighting with, once again, probably Wadjet spam. So playing as Odin, it's so hard to deal with the myth units. But one thing you can do is go through Freya, and that gives you access to, I can't remember what the technology is called, but basically gives your hearses plus 20% HP. And that's going to help you out tremendously. Versus
And then the
myth unit
Ra's
spam.
going to spam just a bunch of Axemen with those
Yep.
Wadjets, though, and that's going to be the issue.
That is the issue with this matchup, sure.
Because I like Berserk spam too, but Berserks just get pieced up by the Axemen, man.
Man, the Egyptian army is just so good against the Norse one. They have all the tools that they need. They see infantry, I'll build Axemen. They see throwing Axemen, I'll build slingers. They see Mithrians, I'm going to build priests, right? They have all the right answers.
Yep.
But to be fair, with that Freya tech, and with armory upgrades on top of it, those hearses become really chunky boys. And they can... so it is best. So it's probably going to... There's only one... Okay, this is interesting. Zuccolo is on one monument, and he's going best. Usually, if a Ra player goes best, that's because they want to spam myth units. If you want to spam myth units, you need...
But with only one, thing, you're not going to have that much favor.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, when you see best, usually you'll see at least 2 monuments, preferably 3, oftentimes 4.
He just stole that right in front of the priest.
Aw. Look at him go. Carrying that relic. And his axe, meanwhile. Pretty impressive.
He's like, mine.
Ooh. It's a good catch here, although it's only Zuccolo who's classical age. The Freya is a bit delayed from... Oh yeah, Zuccolo is a bit delayed with the Freya. Super Saiyan is delayed with the Freya. Sorry. Here comes the Sphinx.
Alright, Sphinx is out, yep.
2 monuments in now. Inside of Zuccolo. So we will be seeing some myth units surely.
Could use the priest on the Valkyrie, and he does.
Also got the Creo Sphinx upgrade coming in.
Watching the engagement, he gets that, okay.
One dead Berserk.
He's getting another relic, look at little relic collector here. Ooh, the upgrade for the Sphinx, that just came in.
Ooh, and that relic gave heroes regeneration. That's pretty good.
Ooh, that's so good, actually.
With Odin, they regenerate naturally.
Yeah, so it stacks.
Yeah, it definitely stacks, yeah.
Nice heal up with the priest here. Gonna get those back to full HP. Got double monuments now.
Yeah. And it's like he's mixing in spearmen, some X-Men, maybe just seeing out how is this going to go. Don't want to overcommit on anything.
Wants to be ready for everything, yeah. Can always build more once he sees something different.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're versus Odin, there's an opportunity, there's a chance that they just go really heavy on raiding cavalry. In which case, if you just produce pure X-Men slingers, that's going to be detrimental to you.
Oh, yeah. That's why scouting is super important.
Yeah. But yeah, both players are seeing each other out. Staying inside their bases, don't want to commit to anything. Don't want to do anything drastic.
Odin's actually walling up a bit here.
Yeah, I like it. When you're versus Sphinx, you gotta expect some form of raiding happening.
Yep. And it looks like he's actually trying to go right through that little pocket there. Nope, he's gonna go around. There's a wall there. I didn't even see that on the map. He actually got the other upgrade for the Sphinx. We used to have all out with these 2 Sphinx here.
Yeah. It's why it's so surprising there's only 2 monuments. It's like the monuments scale exponentially, you might say, because the more Sphinxes you have, the better. If you've only got
Mhm.
1 or 2 Sphinxes, this can quite easily be dealt with, but if you're being overwhelmed by 10 Sphinxes,
That
that's when it's
AoE just gets crazy too.
yeah, and that's when it starts to hurt.
I don't know. I think one base raw just outscales eventually. If it's the, you know what I mean? One base raw is so strong.
Yeah, so the big issue for the Norse player is these raiding cavalry cost a lot of gold. Generally, the Norse army costs a lot of gold, plus they have to spend gold on dwarves as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to move out for the second gold mine earlier than other civs have to. And then what the Ra player does is they have 3 monuments now. There are going to be so many Sphinxes. And then they use Eclipse for that big fight over the second gold
Mm-hmm.
mine. And then the Odin player resigns. Like, that's been the pattern of play for a long while.
Yeah, I'd like to see a second priest, I think, for raw, just so the priests can heal each other, and then as well get double the healing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and be ready for a potential Valkyrie spam. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. Losing one priest and you have nothing to heal with, and then nothing for anti. You know, you don't really need anti-myth units because you already have a lot of your own. But still, I think 2 priests is super good to have.
Yeah. Good defense here from Zuccolo with the 2 spearmen. It's enough to fend off this attack.
The spearmen and butter knives.
Butter spears? Oh, the
The butter
villagers' butter,
spears.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll call them butter spears. Oh, here we go.
Zuccolo
Just going there.
Zuccolo don't want to commit to anything here. Whoa, he's getting the second TC.
Second TC, but he's scouted too.
Yeah.
So.
This is so weird. This is unorthodox because
That's gonna get smacked down. I think he's gonna go walking trees.
Forest
right?
Fire is
Ooh,
buffed.
nice
Look at the
fire.
Forest Fire
Oh,
damage.
Boy. Yep.
2 villagers down already. That second TC was such a mistake
good.
from Zuccolo.
Yeah, and I don't think it would have been good even if he would have got it up. I think the quick heroic age is gonna smack that down.
Yeah. I mean, what the general game plan, what you go for with Best versus Norse, is you want to sit on that second gold mine. And that, if you got that second TC up, that investment is not going to provide you anything. You just want to spend your resources on monuments, myth units, soldiers.
I really like the armor from Zuccolo, but that second TC getting canceled, or not canceled, but like stopped like that really hurts.
It doesn't... I don't think it's necessarily that bad for Zuccolo. These skirmishes are kind of in his favor, to be honest. He's taking down raiding cavalry.
I'm loving the army.
Yeah, and the Sphinxes are getting their value in, and now he's reclaiming this TC, right?
Yep.
Just need a bunch of priests, like you mentioned, because this army is low.
Saiyan actually had the resources for a second to age up, and then he just changed his mind and started building more units, and now it looks like Zuccolo will be the one going up to the heroic age first.
Yeah, true. I think what Saiyan realized was that he has to fight over the second gold mine. And being Odin, you get access to either Walking Woods or Frost when you get heroic age. And it's not really going to help you that much in securing your second gold.
Yeah, he's getting a second TC, though.
Yeah, interesting. Like, this is so unorthodox from both players. The meta play, the way that I play on high elo on the ladder, you know, is for both players to stay one town center and just always have better army than your opponent. That's what you want to aim for anyways. But investing into a town center obviously means that you're going to have the inferior army. But then if both players does it, you know, we're back at pretty much equilibrium. I think Zuccolo is looking strong now. Wait, yes, Zuccolo is looking strong. I think I'm getting confused because on the scoreboard it's different. A
little bit.
The names.
Yeah, because it's pink and then the one's blue. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Happens.
Either way, Zuccolo, the Ra player. I like the Ra player's situation here. He's got the economy set up. He does have 3 monuments now, so the favor is trickling in.
What's going on in the north there?
There's a fight going on over the gold mine now.
Yeah.
Big raid coming in, the Spearmen and the Sphinxes.
Not a lot here from Saiyan.
No, I don't know where his army is.
I guess it's just his raiding cab in the south.
Ooh,
oh, there he goes.
That's a good raid, though.
That's a good catch for sure.
Now
kills
we've
the
got
Pharaoh.
Sobek coming in. Gives you the rock, gives you the Tuchos, and the Locust Swarm. It's a really good raid here from Super Saiyan, though.
Oh, for sure.
The Mythians can really punish it, though. Ooh, I mean, this was a good raid, but he's getting hard punished for it.
Yeah, he's up 5 vills, but I think this next push he's gonna have Eclipse. He's gonna have the Locust. It's gonna be kind of nasty from Zuccolo for sure.
Yep. And to be honest with you, this matchup is not decided by who's got the better economy at this stage. It's being decided by who's got the better military.
Yep.
And if Zuccolo realizes this,
Yeah, he's pushing.
just get all your units together in one spot, press that Eclipse, press that Locust Swarm. That's going to be so rough for Super Saiyan to deal with now.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Imagine he pushes them to the gold and then uses the Locust Swarm on the dwarves and the infantry.
Yes.
From Saiyan, that would be so good.
That's what you want to do for sure.
Yep. Line them up.
Exactly. And you know, the Locust Swarm actually gets buffed by Eclipse.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they deal more damage, but then on the other end, they also move faster. So all in all, it's about the same damage. But
interesting.
Yeah, something to keep in mind.
But it is harder to react to then. So it's still, I think it's still good.
Yeah.
Even if it is the same damage technically overall.
I definitely notice Ra players does like to use them in conjunction. Zuccolo actually not deciding to go for the big push here. He's just establishing a
I'm a little
and
confused by that, letting his opponent go up to his own third age eventually here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. It's gonna be a nice little harassment though. You can catch that.
Yeah, it's a really good raid.
Try to get one Sphinx in front to block him.
Instant reaction from Super Saiyan, and here's the Locust.
Oh,
it doesn't hit anything. It's a misplay or a misclick.
What was that?
It's so hard to use this new Locust. I guess that's why. It still kills 2 villagers, forcing them to back here. 3 villagers.
I feel like, I don't know. I didn't like that.
No, it's not a good place for Zuccolo to be in all of a sudden. Having to retreat here, and his army isn't really competitive with Super Saiyan anymore.
Zuccolo was looking fantastic right up until he wasn't.
What he needs to do is recoup his army. He's got army in 3 different places. Well, 2 now, because one of them just all died. But yeah, he's making Sphinxes and Chariots, which is interesting because that means that he can target down the heroes quite well with those archers.
Man, that was a misplay for sure. And this is a tied up series, right? And I mean, the winner of this moves on, so he's got to keep making those kind of mistakes. Good AoE from the Sphinx. They hit him right in that choke, but not able to do that.
No.
Now imagine if he had like Locust, like Eclipse right here. Oh my god.
And a choke point like this would be
so
my good.
God. It'd be so strong.
I don't know, Zuccolo, maybe he's just playing a different game than I'm sort of suggesting. Maybe he just wants to just boom up, play defensively, and maybe just go later on in the game.
What's that rating cap doing?
He's getting a lot of value here, killing units as they spawn while destroying
he's aged
buildings.
up himself. Okay.
So Njord is interesting here for Super Saiyan. Njord gives you access to Ring Giver, and we see that being researched immediately along with Thundering Hooves. So the Jarls from Super Saiyan gonna be able to compete head-to-head with Myth units, as well as pretty much every other unit in the Egyptian army.
Is this gonna end up being a defensive Walking Woods?
Could be. It's not gonna be an aggressive one anytime soon.
I don't think so.
So yeah, both players not really pushing any buttons just yet. Seeing each other out. There's the Eclipse.
Oh, and there's Eclipse.
Finally, we see a
good AoE hits in the choke.
I think we'll see a defensive Walking Woods now, like you said.
Yeah, I mean,
need those units to tank. Maybe not. So many hearses hitting Sphinxes here. Beautiful defense from Super Saiyan.
Sphinx are getting smacked down.
They really are. There's no X-Men.
He could use another Locust right now. Could you imagine?
Oh, would be good.
He walks into this choke. Oh my god, he could use it. Oh my god, do it. That'd be perfect. Oh, he's not gonna do it. It's so strong, man.
These Chariot Archers are just dying now. They're not good.
They're just getting melted.
These are great Jarls with Ring Giver, and they're so tanky. And the Chariot Archers take way too long to deal with them. So now it's just Super Saiyan pushing back this Eclipse attack so hard.
I think you gotta keep pulling back the chair. I don't know why you're sitting there fighting.
Nah, I mean, it's just he's retreating, but he's taking so much damage meanwhile. So in the end, he's just saying, "All right, I'll fight you here, do my best."
And there it is.
Beautiful defense. Didn't even have to use Walking Woods. You can do it now then instead. we go. Walking Woods, ready to take down the Migdal. There's no priests nearby. Not even a pharaoh either. Decided to use villagers to try to chop them down. Zuccolo not managing to replenish his army here at all. The 2 chariots in queue and Super Saiyan
And
takes it.
Saiyan's gonna take it. Man, that was crazy.
Civilian units, Zuccolo lost a lot. Dude, that raid, we kind of said that raid didn't matter much, but in the end, the way that this game played
It
out,
did?
it ended up mattering a whole lot. And all it cost Super Saiyan was like 8 raiding cavalry. All resources collected. Yeah, you see the graph here? You see, you can imagine where that raid hit in. It just starts to split from that point onwards. But I gotta say, that's
Absolutely
also due to the
incredible.
fact that Zuccolo was just not really pushing on the second gold mine.
Remember, he had that opportunity. We were talking. He had that big army after that one opportunity. He just didn't push.
Yeah.
I was very confused. And then when he did, he only brought like what, a half his army, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah, he didn't. I don't think he really struck his power spike. He didn't realize when it was there. And then,
This is a great raid.
I mean, that's the raid we're talking about, right? He killed
Yeah,
a lot of villagers, but then he lost a bunch of raiding cavalry. And then Zuccolo starts raiding himself. Doesn't go for the big push on the second gold mine. And as a result, he's just falling behind in villagers. He's constantly down 10 villagers versus Norse. It's not a
that
position you want
eclipse
to be
just
in.
did not get it done.
Yeah, and like this attack is too late. 16 minutes in almost.
Imagine a clutch locust spam right here, or locust
Yeah.
locust power.
Yeah, because he had the favor for it, like you said.
Yeah, it was honestly great series though from both the players. I really enjoyed these 3 games.
Yeah,
Really
sure.
cool that it went the distance here and we used all 3 games up.
This could have went any direction as well.
Oh, for sure.
And both of these players are really good and they can go far. So unfortunate for Zuccolo losing out to Super Saiyan here, but